Raptor Nation, this is Rex here, and today we'll be looking at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Legends Class Optimus Prime. First and foremost, I just have to say, I absolutely love this Legends Class figure. Not only is it a good representation of the show figure for its size, but it also is a very well painted figure, very well sculpted, and it gives me the G1 vibe in the color scheme. So the red upper body, the blue lower legs, the calves. Just overall, I like the figure. But getting down to the paint apps, you can see here that on the chest we have the silver paint on the windscreens, some black paint for the windows, the silver outlining for the windows, some yellow paint on the lights here up on the pectorals and up here on the shoulder guards, as well as some silver paint on the arms and on the smokestacks on the arms for the vehicle mode, and that's duplicated on both arms. However, the paint does seem to start lacking when it gets to the legs area, as this is not painted at all. The feet aren't painted, here, and the only thing that's really painted on the legs are the wheels for vehicle mode, which would just be the inside rims here. But again, this is a Legends class figure. I would not expect it to be a fully painted like a Voyager class or a deluxe figure. I mean, these things will only run around $5 or $10, so they only have a very limited price range, so I can forgive it for that. Coming to the shoulder guards here, there is a painted Autobot symbol right here, which is a nice touch. But I don't think this is actually where it was in the show, or I think there was one on each side. Again, back to the silver paint. We have it here on the head sculpt, right here on the crest, as well as on the face plate. The eyes are not painted, but it does give the illusion that they are when the camera hits it, or when the flash hits it. Posability. He has a full 360 range for his arms, and they are on ball joints. Hinges for the shoulder guards, and a upward and downward movement for the shoulders. But that's mainly due to the transformation. But it is still there for you to use. The head can not move up very much. It's on a hinge for transformation, but he can look up that far, look down that far. I mean, you can even have him decapitated if you want to get morbid. But hips are on a ball joint. They can go out that far. And the arms don't really go out very far either. They are hindered by these shoulder guards up here. But the legs can do a nice spread if you can get the arms out of the way, which is kind of difficult, but if they weren't there, they can only go about that far. Knees are at a nice hinge at the knee for a nice deep, over 90-degree bend. Toes are not on a, I don't have any tilt except for about that far. So overall, for a Legends class figure, pretty decent in posability. I mean, you're not going to get some like really dynamic poses like you would with a higher end figure, but he can do a nice A stance. I mean, you can have him kind of football player kind of look, like about ready to go into battle, but that's pretty much the best you're going to get out of him. On to transformation. It's a fairly simple transformation, but it does get pretty complicated if you don't follow it in a certain sequence. So what you want to do is come to down to the legs, flip in the feet, like so. Take the little tabs here and push outward, and flip out these cage pieces. And by doing that, you can now put them together, and it's merely a slot and a tab, and you just tab them together here, peg together the cage pieces up here, and then you have the back of the vehicle mode. Now this is where this gets a little tricky. What you want to do is you want to flip down the head, and you want to come to the hips, and it's best if you actually put the arms in the best T shape you can so you have some clearance. And there is a little groove and peg system right here for the hips. All you want to do is push the hips forward and it'll pull those right out, and then you can pull those up, and then the tip of his head crest is going to go into the little groove set in there like so. Then you can bend the hips upward, and you can get it like so. Take the arms, and you're going to rotate them a full 180 degrees. Just like so, so that the tires are on the ground. And now here, we're going to take the arms, we're going to rotate them so that the smokestacks are facing out. You're going to bend them so they're like that. So you're going to take the hinges here for the shoulders, tilt them in like so, push them forward, and you're just gonna get them lined up with these windows here. So the windows on the arms are on the shoulder guards are gonna line up to the windows on the chest here, just like so. And you just gotta apply. You don't want to put in enough force where it's gonna break the figure, but you just gotta. If it doesn't go in just right, or if you're having some trouble, it does help to put a small amount of force up on the windows here and just pinch them together. Then you're going to take the legs and you're going to straighten them out so that these wheels are vertical with in line with these wheels. And then you're going to see there's a grooves next to the fists here and here, and you're just going to set these little peg holes here and push them into those grooves. And then you're just going to come here and lift that little guard up. So, with this figure, it's a very nice vehicle mode for a Legends class figure. Very small, very compact. I do have a few issues with this figure, though. One, it does not roll very well, but this is a second-hand figure, so your copy might differ from my copy. And with it being a second class figure, I do not have the weapons that go with it, so I am lacking those, which I should have said before, but this does come with two accessories, or one accessory to my knowledge, which is a missile and a friction missile and a friction shooter. So, or missile for the friction shooter, I'm sorry. Another problem I have with this toy is that it does have visible hand syndrome. I mean, they are kind of hidden by this support beam here, and with it being a Legends class figure, it's not the end of the world. I mean, obviously some royalty, some features aren't going to be on these lower priced figurines, but I would have liked to see that this hollow bits here at least been filled in with some plastic, just a little bit of plastic right over here, because it does feel like this truck here is very empty. Like it's from here pretty good, looks pretty solid, looks like it's a pretty beefy truck, but then you start rotating it and then you get like these pieces here that's all hollow, this up here is all hollow, and then there's this right here that's all hollow. So I mean, just a few problems, but again, because it's a Legend class figure, I wouldn't expect it to be perfect. But for about from $5 to $10 in your local retail store, I would definitely recommend this figure. I actually got this figure from a yard sale, but I'm sure you can get this at online stores or Walmart, Walgreens, your local retail stores. But no. So Transformers Prime's Beast Hunters Legends class Optimus Prime is a good figure for if you're just starting out. If you just want to have a small little thing sitting on your desk, this is definitely the toy for you, or figure for you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.